What happens when a lion stops leading? Does the pride fall apart? Does it descend into chaos? Does another lion take his place? No, nothing happens. And that is exactly what makes it terrifying. The pride is still there. The lion is still there. Everything looks normal, but inside, somewhere unseen, the foundation has collapsed, and no one notices. Not yet. Have you ever thought about this? When did the leader inside you go silent? When did you stop making decisions? When did you abandon responsibility? Maybe you still work at the same place. Maybe you still live in the same house. But are you leading? Or are you just existing? This video is about exactly that. A lion losing his leadership and a human losing theirs, because both happen the same way, silently, slowly, invisible. Welcome to my channel. I'm James. In this video, we will dive deep into lion psychology once again, without wasting time. Let's begin. Enjoy. Have you ever wondered what happens when a leader loses leadership? The body is still there. The pride is still around him. But something inside has disappeared, silently, in vise. Who notices this collapse? The pride, rivals, or the leader himself? The lion stands there, on the rock, at the same spot he has always occupied. The pride is below. He watches. Them, they watch him. Everything looks normal, but it isn't. No. One notices during this phase. After all, he is still a lion. Still large, still strong, still in the same body, but something is gone. Something invisible. Something immeasurable. Leadership is not strength, not size, not tone of voice. Leadership is the ability to make decisions first and correctly, to sense danger early, to set direction before others to take responsibility. And this lion no longer decides. The pride is hungry. It's time to hunt. Normally, the lion stands up. He walks. The pride follows. Automatic. Natural. Unquestioned. But this time, he doesn't move. He stays still, waits, as if waiting for something to happen, as if waiting for a signal. But no signal comes from outside. The signal must come from inside. Leadership starts from within, and unfortunately, nothing comes from inside. Till lionesses stand up, they look at each other, they wait, they look at their leader. The lion is motionless. Lying down, he glances briefly, but does not rise. The lionesses continue waiting. Then slowly, they move. The leader does not follow. For the first time, the pride moves without its leader. No. One sees this as dramatic. The lion is tired. You say the lion is resting. You say normal, but it isn't. A lion does not send his pride to hunt alone. That is his role. To guide, to direct, to decide. But he no longer does. Something inside has been depleted. The decision mechanism, the leadership, instinct, authority. The collapse is silent, not loud. No one notices. The pride hunts. Returns. The lion is still there. Life continues. But it is no longer the same. Now think of a human, a manager in a company. For years, has a team, has responsibilities. Every morning he goes to work, sits at his desk, opens his computer, checks emails, but he does not decide in meetings. He sits quietly. Everyone looks at him, waits. What should we do? Which path do we choose? The leader should speak, should guide, but he doesn't. He listens, nods, says, "What do you think?" At first, this looks like leadership, democratic, inclusive, but it is in single quotes. This is avoidance. Avoidance of responsibility, avoidance of decision-making, avoidance of leadership. It is a signal that something has ended, the team notices. Over time, slowly, something has changed. The boss is still the boss. His name is still on the door. His salary is still higher, but he is no longer a leader. The team starts making its own decisions, small ones at first, then bigger ones. The leader only watches, maybe approves, but does not guide. Leadership does not disappear suddenly. It fades quietly, decision by decision. Sometimes even the leader doesn't realize it. The lion still eats, still drinks water, still walks his territory. From the outside, everything looks normal. A healthy lion, a strong lion, but another male lion approaches the territory. Normally, this is clear. Threat, intervention. Response. A leader protects his territory, protects his pride, protects his position. A lion would never allow this. He should roar. Approach. Display dominance. The message should be clear. This is mine. Leave. But strangely, the lion does nothing. The intruder comes closer, close enough to see that pride, still no movement. This is not fear. Fear is still a reaction. Fear makes you act, run, hide, do something. This is absence, the collapse of the internal system, a mind unable to decide. Leader unable to react. The pride notices, they see the intruder. They look at their leader, they wait. The leader is motionless. One of the lionesses stands up. She roars, she reacts. Not the leader, the intruder. Retreats this time, but something has changed. The leader did not protect, did not defend, did not lead, and the pride recorded this. This is the second and worst breaking point. Psychology works this way. Humans work this way. When a leader does not lead, others will do everything to take that place. Think of a family. The father, the head of the household, for years makes decisions, solves problems, carries the burden. One day, he no longer does. A crisis comes. A big decision must be made. The family looks at him. What do we do, Dad? He doesn't answer, postpones. Let's talk later. I need to think. But he doesn't think. He avoids, withdraws. Withdraws. Leadership disappears. Do you know what happens next? The mother steps in, or the eldest child. Someone decides. Someone takes responsibility. Because the leader didn't. From that moment on, balance shifts. They ask the father less, expect fewer solutions from him, because the answer won't come, or it will come too late. Leadership does not tolerate emptiness. If one doesn't lead, another will. Nature works this way. Society works this way. The pride works this way. Life works this way. The lion is now in the background, physically present, but not as a leader. The pride moves, the lion follows. This is reversed. Leader does not walk behind. A leader walks in front, but this lion no longer does. Days pass. Hunting times come. The lionesses move. The lion watches. Does not join. Or joins too late. Internal order is gone. The pride reaches a conclusion. We hunt. If he comes, he comes. Leadership has fully ended. Not with noise, not with revolution, but with slow disappearance. A new male lion eventually arrives. Young, strong, ready to lead. He enters the territory. Roars, approaches. The pride. A clear display of dominance. The old lion stands, looks, evaluates. He must decide, fight, retreat, but he cannot decide. There is no response left. Inside, the leadership instinct has been gone for a long time. The young lion comes closer. The old lion retreats, slowly, without fighting, without resistance. The pride watches. No one intervenes, because the old lion was no longer a leader. He was only present. The young lion takes over immediately, naturally, because there was a leadership vacuum, and he filled it. The old lion leaves, alone, but this loneliness is not new. He was already alone inside the pride. Now it is only physical, psychological loneliness comes first. Physical loneliness follows. Everything comes in order. Without mercy, the lion leaves the forest, but he had already left long ago. Psychologically, now, only the body leaves. He lives alone, hunts alone, dies alone, because a lion without leadership has no pride. This is collapse, silent, invisible, slow. No one notices when it begins, but everyone knows when it ends, when the leader is gone. Everyone knows. They may not say it, but they know leadership is fragile. It can disappear in an instant, and it is extremely hard to regain, because leadership is trust. When trust is gone, leadership is gone, and rebuilding trust can take years. Maybe even years won't be enough. This is the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Wishing you good days.